Right, our next guests are the masterminds behind the hugely successful podcast Help, I Sexted My Boss.
And now Jordan North and William Hanson are swapping the studio for the sun, sea and sand as they take their hugely popular podcast to Benidorm. It is lovely to have you here. Welcome,
Thank you.
welcome.
Nice.
We'll come on to Benidorm in just a moment because we should just talk about the podcast itself. It's been out there for 5 years. It has a very loyal following of fans. It's massive. I think 28 million listens. It's in Apple's top 10 comedy podcast. Did you imagine it was going to go on to have the success that it did?
No, we started it 5 years ago because it was a friend of ours' idea. We originally pitched it to the BBC and they were like, we don't think it'll quite work. So
What a
our
mistake.
friend said, carry on,
Yeah.
we'll make it work. We thought we'd do like 2 seasons. And at first it was just our friends and family that listened. And then 5 years later, it's just gone through the roof, hasn't it?
Yeah, we're very lucky. It's a nice sort of, for me, obviously, in my day-to-day job teaching etiquette, it's very normal. I do very sort of normal aspects of etiquette, whereas then on the podcast we can talk about slightly more contemporary topics of etiquette, shall we say, and it's nice to have yin and yang for me.
We're from 2 completely different worlds, we always say this, but we are genuinely good friends. We've been friends for 12 years? 12 years we've been friends for, yeah.
It's funny, isn't it? Because they're sitting the same, but they're not sitting the same.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, the etiquette of your posture's quite precise and...
He's doing the Duchess slant.
Oh, no, that's not the... No, that's the Duchess.
Oh, that's the Duchess
That's
slant. I know, I try and do that as much as possible.
Yeah, and then you're doing it very nice.
Thank you.
Don't man.
I wasn't man-spreading.
Close.
Close to these.
I guess it's about celebrating your differences. I feel very insecure about where I'm sitting now. But some of the stuff you discussed in the podcast, there's one I really loved. It was what happens if you discover your dad on a dating website.
Yes.
Yes.
There was a young man who was chatting to another guy on a dating app.
And they had faceless photographs, which is, I think, is a bit of a mistake. You're asking for trouble.
Right.
And they had been doing a bit of sexting. And then it turned out.
When they swapped
don't.
face pictures, it was his dad.
No. I mean, we're saying no, and everyone's like, tell me more.
No, this is the thing.
This is why people are obsessed with this podcast. A lot of it is fueled by gin. I mean, seems to... We like a bit of gin on the show. Your fans of the show are called your G and Divas.
Yes.
And that's after a cocktail, which... This cocktail, I mean, it's quite royal.
It's lethal, yes. Gin and Dubonnet. It was a favourite of the late Queen Mother's,
Yes.
and then the late Queen Elizabeth also enjoyed it. And it's 1 part gin, 2 parts Dubonnet. Dubonnet is a fortified red wine, so there's no tonic or soda to dilute it. It's alcohol and alcohol, so please obviously drink it responsibly.
Well done.
And we enjoy it, and I enjoy it a bit more than you.
It gets you like a giddy drunk.
Does it?
Yeah.
Do you give better advice after?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, I was going to say no.
No.
But yeah.
Do they
Yin
sell
and
it
yang.
in cans for you?
No, we should do that though.
We did try it, yes.
William, we were on tour in Belfast, and William had about 4 gin and Dubonnets, and he actually fell into a skip.
I didn't fall
No,
into
you
a skip.
didn't.
It was,
Etiquette expert here.
What is the skip etiquette in such a situation?
it wasn't a skip, it was the back of a van. You have
I'm not
misremembered.
sure
Oh, was it the
it's
back of a
any
van? I mean, I'd had a few myself. Was it a van? I thought that was another
our
night.
set van.
His legs were up in air. That was all
They
I can
were
remember.
not. This is absolute song.
I can't quite believe it.
Yeah.
I want to hear your impressions of William's mum.
Right.
Apparently it's a thing of legend to your podcast fans.
Let me explain. So before I met William's mum or any of his parents, I had it in my head that she was a bit like, what's she called, Gigi Gabor?
Zsa Zsa Gabor.
Zsa Zsa Gabor.
Zsa Zsa Gabor.
And so I had it that she was this very extravagant, champagne-drinking socialite. So we just started doing an impression, and it was, hello, darlings. William, you are my favourite, darling. Well, you're not, James, my other son is. Champagne all around. It's pretty much off Little Britain. Yeah. And it's just turned into a thing now where
She's
we do...
nothing like that.
I was going to say, how does she feel about this?
I think she quite likes it.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Yeah.
The next big birthday is coming up, and to celebrate that, you were off to Benidorm. You're not going on your own. You're taking 24 lucky listeners, 12 pairs to come with you. Your grandmother loves Benidorm, used to go, loves it, so you know what it's going to be like once you're there.
Yeah, she goes twice a year. We went for her 70th a few years ago. We all, did fancy dress. And her saying is, I know a lot of grandmothers give really good wisdom and advice. Her advice was, if you can't have fun in Benidorm, there's something wrong with you.
Right, so...
So...
I think there might be something wrong with it.
You're not even there yet.
No.
I've always wanted to take him. Since I first met him, I've always thought, we've got to do a weekend
I
in
sort of
Benidorm.
want to come with you just to see what happens.
We've got front row seats.
You can have my ticket.
No, you're coming.
It's your podcast. You've got to be
yeah.
there.
Benidorm is magical.
Yeah, it
Have
is.
you been?
I've been lots of
Have
times.
you
And in
been?
the
I've
winter,
never been.
winter, a lot of pensioners go and live there and get their pensions sent there directly and have the most fantastic lives. You're going to love it, maybe.
Lovely.
We've
No.
got front row seats to Sticky Vicky, who is a magician. Let's just say she doesn't pull things out of a hat.
Oh, OK.
It's like Mary Poppins.
I understand. I've
Just a
got it.
different type of
we
coffee.
all understand what you're saying. We've got something for you. Chris just going to grab it from
Because
behind
apparently the whole
sofa.
packing situation and suitcase situation between you both is a little bit different, so we want to help you out a little bit.
We've had a bit
There's a man who's travelled who can do that when he's walking through an airport. Hello. How you
You are
doing? You all right?
such a show-off, Craig.
I'd like you to-
We've had a bit of a tip-off that you will be packing different things.
Yes.
You're quite different packers. We know that you're both going to take aspirin
Yeah.
because of the de Bonnet situation.
Well, and just the general Benidorm vibe. I'm just
OK,
take some aspirin.
fine.
So,
But what else is in there?
this is for Jordan.
Wow.
Okay? So, you need the Panama hat. It's a good one.
Oh,
Oh,
Sorry,
I've got
sorry,
a...
I was
that's
gonna
for you.
say
So that's for you.
okay,
That's
lovely.
you. Sorry.
Thank you. That's very
Of
sophisticated.
course. Talk me through why you need one of these.
A mattress protector, because I'm not completely convinced where we're staying will have a mattress protector. And
That's-
Oh, thank you. Jaunty
That
angle.
really suits
Pop it
you.
down.
looks like Poirot.
Thank you.
Round it
Are
off
these
with
for
that.
me?
They're for you as well.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
And this one...
And most importantly, just so you're never too far.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
then.
His husband might not be happy.
no.
So that's yours. That's
I can
a
lie on
gift
your
for
face
you.
at night.
Oh, and we haven't left you out either.
This is
because
not
from
as
this
good,
side-
Jordan. We've got you some underpants, this morning underpants.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
Handed.
Actually, I quite like
Yeah, there's no yellow
few
stains
pairs.
on them as well. That's
I'm sure you'll
much.
fix that, Jordan. I'm sure you'll fix that. There's a couple of
Thank
pairs there.
you.
And tea bags.
But you can never
Oh, my
have.
God.
Yeah, tea
Wow.
bags. And some, aspirin. And
Aspirin. Oh,
I'll have
Same one
one
there
of
for
those.
you.
So there you go. Take all that to
there you
Benidorm.
go.
put your
Okay.
Sunglasses. Thank you. You're so generous.
There you go.
Look
More
at
tea bags
Wow.
for you.
You can never have enough
You can
tea
never
bags
have
abroad.
enough.
Well, apparently, so
There
I
you
think
go.
you're about to
Where are you
find out
going
what
for
it is
3
like.
days?
There you go. You have a good
Guys,
time.
Oh.
enjoy
Tea
it.
bags for you.
Enjoy Benidorm. I hope you have a nice
Thank
time. Tune in to Help I Sexted My Boss this week for a chance to win a pair of tickets to go to that Benidorm recording. So it's not totally signed up yet.
It's a Yorkshire tea.
That's a good one.
You
It's the good
get
stuff.
Yorkshire tea. Have a good trip, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
There you go. Right, still